What's up? This is Ankur and I'm here with Ramesh.
Hello.
And we are here to entertain you brown bastards once again. Fuckers.
They don't get sarcasm. Most of them don't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But if they took me to court, I'm sure that I'd go scot-free.
Yeah, you know.
So I'm gonna fuck you brown bastards.
They don't get sarcasm. Don't be so sarcastic, it's okay. Anywho.
To start it off, we had a friend who we used to play with who was okay, now it sounds weird because he's many years younger than us.
Yeah.
And he was actually the odd one out. Okay, we play with people our age.
Yeah.
He was just really good.
Yeah, he's actually 14 years old and
his name is Hriday Vaswani.
Yeah, and he's been selected by the Manchester United Soccer School to go and play for them in Manchester. So,
19 years applause. Hriday, if you hear this, then please come back and give us an autograph or some shit.
Yeah. Because when you play with somebody and then a person gets selected for,
yeah, I know.
And although he's very short, he's not really that tall and something, but
he has skill. Yes,
he has a lot of skill.
He's like silky,
Yeah, he's very good.
His hair also. Okay, nothing.
Never mind. So that's.
Dude, but if I defeated him, that makes me like damn cool.
Point. I've defeated him many times.
Sort.
I know, right? High five. And
Sunil Chhetri has scored on his debut for Sporting Lisbon. Hey!
Yeah, and we forgot to tell you that he signed for Sporting Lisbon. So
no, we did last time. We didn't.
No,
okay, he signed for Sporting Lisbon and scored on his debut.
So yeah,
like a motherfucking boss, you brown bastards.
They don't get it. Why would you do this to us? We'll shut down. Anyways, we have 5 followers.
Don't be so self-deprecating,
and
okay? Count yourself also, no? 7, you and me. So, Sunil Chhetri, he scored in a 5-0 victory, actually. So
that's okay, as long as he scored.
Yeah, and he actually scored the 3rd goal. He came on as a sub. I felt very proud when I read it.
I know, not bad.
And
there's another thing to be proud of. The Indian under-22 goalkeeper, Gurpreet Singh,
has had a trial at Wigan.
He is going for a trial at Wigan. So
he hasn't had it yet.
Let's just hope he does well over there.
Yeah.
I hope he gets selected. I mean, I think Wigan do need, I think they have Al Habsi.
Al Habsi actually was very good. I read the stat on Twitter, he made double the amount of saves that any other keeper made in the Premier League last season.
Pretty good.
It's really fantastic, actually. What else do we have about India to talk about?
We got Bhutia's comments.
Baichung Bhutia's come out and made some very interesting comments.
Yeah.
Which, unfortunately, not on 19 years. I mean, one day maybe he'll be deserving of a spot on this.
Yeah, we tried to contact him, but we are too. I mean, we gave him a missed call, but he never called back. So
we can't afford more.
We can't afford. I think.
Sorry, listeners.
Yeah, I think even he's out of balance or something. Anywho, he's not playing anymore, man. He needs to save money for his future and his children, and I know. But seriously, Bhutia said that if we
he says that unless the systems are improved and put into place with immediate effect, it could be 800 years before we make the World Cup.
Yeah, and he even said when I watched the I-League on the TV, I feel like switching the channel.
Which is in fact something that Sahil Keval Ramani, one of our loyal, faithful listeners, voiced on Twitter a few weeks back when I was speaking to him. And I told him, fuck you. So, I'd actually like to tell
I told him Bhanchod, but okay.
Yeah.
Because he likes it when I say Bhanchod.
Are you trying to gain fans here or talk football?
Both.
Same here. Anyway, so, actually, see, what Sahil and I was speaking, I'll just bring that to the fore here. He was saying that the presentation has to be... I'm so sorry. This was not Sahil, this was Kunal Krishnani who said that. Another friend of ours who's actually been on the show earlier without being aware of it.
Because we sort of edited his name out, but this time we won't. And
so when he voiced that, Sahil and me both told him that unless we put in more of an interest and show more interest in the sport, there's no reason for the TV channel to make it more interesting. Why should they invest if they see no market for it?
Yeah.
But I guess it's a cycle. I mean, if they do put money in, there will be more viewers. But then if they don't put money in, they expect viewers to. So
shout out to John Abraham and Shah Rukh Khan if you're listening to this.
Because you're gay?
No, I'm not gay. I just want, if you're listening to this, please invest your money, pump your money into the thing.
Shah Rukh has.
Shah Rukh has. I think he's bought Tempo, but
he did.
He bought Tempo. That. John, please buy Tempo. I don't know. I don't care what you buy. Just pump your fucking.
Someone please fix Rami's humor standards.
I know something's wrong with me today. But John, please. I mean, like seriously, bodybuilding वगैरह छोड़ यार अभी बहुत हो गया. Please look
जो
after
जल
the
रही है
football. हाँ जल रही तो. Look after the football and all now यार, बस बहुत हो गया अभी, समझा ना?
ऐसे ही उसके सामने बात करके दिखा.
नहीं ऐसे बात तो John, that's what I talk in front of him, but okay. There is the Nehru Cup.
Nehru Cup to talk
Oh
about.
yes, the Nehru Cup.
Nehru Cup coming up soon. It's a game. It's a tournament which began in the 90s somethings before countries like the Soviet Union,
Yeah.
Uruguay, and Hungary have also won, which I bet not a lot of y'all knew, and which is frankly understandable because y'all are brown bastards.
They don't get sarcasm for the last time.
Fuck, dude.
Never mind. So the Nehru Cup is actually designed so that India can show that they won a trophy.
Exactly.
I think so.
Like the tournament which Arsenal won.
Yeah, it's like the Emirates Cup. It's equivalent to the Emirates Cup.
Which also Arsenal lose.
If you
Which
think
is
about
just like
it.
India.
Yeah.
Which is
No,
just
but
like
we
India.
won the last two Nehru Cups, which is actually something to be proud of.
That at least we can win what you're supposed to.
Okay. Did Netherlands win a trophy this year? Tell me. Did they? Did
Dude,
Germany
that-
win anything?
We already.
Did Germany win anything? No.
Already, dude. Last time.
I know, I don't care. Maybe they're not listening to it. Maybe they forgot it. I don't care. So the Nehru Cup will start on August 23rd, and I hope we do
The
well.
final is on September 2nd.
Yeah.
By then, the Premier League would have started, and this podcast would be old. So most probably, no one will give a fuck.
No, but we will
if you
talk
do
about
give
it
a
then.
fuck, it will be great because we will also be talking about it,
Yeah.
and we could have some interaction about it. What else do we have? We have we actually have a
Spotted
listener. No, we have a listener, Sahil Keval Ramani.
You already took his name 3 times.
Yeah, that's how much I love you, Sahil.
You've taken his name more times than you've taken mine.
Say my name.
Say my name. Say my name. Say my name. Oh, there's this player that has been spotted. I mean, I also spotted him
Yeah.
before, but we never really got a
But
chance.
we're only going to talk about it because Sahil mentioned it
Yeah.
because we don't give a fuck about Ramesh. Harmeet Singh, now he has joined Feyenoord.
मेरे को बात नहीं करनी. Don't give a fuck about my shit.
Ramesh is behaving like the Indian Football Federation who after Iraq won the
Yeah.
Nehru Cup, after Iraq won the Nehru Cup in 97, they just said
नहीं
नहीं
खेलना,
खेलना नहीं है
नहीं
10
खेलना
साल के
नहीं
लिए, fuck off.
Anywho, this guy called Harmeet Singh, he's actually pretty good. We saw a couple of his
I
videos.
thought you were going to stop at pretty. He's
No.
actually pretty.
No, he's actually very good, and we saw a couple of his videos, and he signed for
Feyenoord.
Feyenoord, yeah.
And he played for Valeranga before that. And if you go on YouTube, you'll see this killer goal he scored against Molde, which is a team that...
Solskjaer. You are my Solskjaer, my only Solskjaer.
So, of course, United. Anyway, coming back to Harmeet Singh, he's pretty good. He's a central midfielder.
Yeah.
He scored 8 goals in just over 100 games for
His
Feyenoord,
parents are
for
Indian.
Valeranga.
So India TV, if you're watching this, we gave you a half an hour special.
Yes, we did.
He's actually born and brought up in Norway. And he's played for Norway under 15, under 17, under 19, under 18, under 21, and he's played for the national team thrice.
Yeah.
Which is actually a pretty good deal.
Yeah, which is pretty good. And
I hope he becomes, even though he's not Indian.
Indian, yeah.
He's
I mean,
born
we
and
need
brought
to
up in Norway. He doesn't even speak Hindi, I doubt it.
Exactly. What Ramizan was speaking just before we recorded was that this proves that it's not that Indian males are necessarily less athletic,
Yeah.
which we might be in
Not-
general.
not really.
In general,
In general, yeah, but
maybe
that's-
compared to African men.
Yeah.
Or Anyways, what
Comparing
I'm
with
saying-
African men,
No,
dude.
African men are more athletic.
Yeah,
it's a
they are.
fact.
No, but that's because
No, what I'm saying is that
Yeah.
that is in the gene. Okay, fine. But Harmeet Singh, fully
Indian blood.
fully a brown bastard, fully Indian blooded.
yeah.
But he was brought up in Norway. He had the facilities there,
Yeah.
and he has made it to a level
Exactly.
where, in some rumors, in fact, it said that Barcelona are tracking him.
Yeah. And
Which
he's
I
pretty young.
believe
He's what,
is-
20?
I think it's 23,
21. 21.
21. He'll turn 22 in November,
Yeah.
which is pretty fantastic. And I mean, even if you have a rumor of Barcelona tracking you, it shows that you've reached somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So
So there's nothing wrong with you if you're an Indian. So, all we need are better facilities, that's all.
yeah. So
Okay.
moving on. So
That
that's
was-
it about my country, your country, and Ramiz's country.
I love my
Dude, not every fucking episode.
pre-season. So let's talk about the pre-season.
Because we have some actually really tasting games. I was going to say testing again.
Testing games, very testing.
We're going to focus on, of course, the Premier League for now. We have MLS All-Stars playing Chelsea playing Chelsea as Mr. Singh,
Shabby Singh
Shabby Singh would like to say, on the 25th
of July. It's okay.
And 3 days later, Chelsea play AC Milan.
Chelsea.
Milan have 11 players?
I don't know. I think 9 players have left their team.
Fuck.
I don't know.
Crazy. They'll probably travel with the squad like Man United. It's full of youth.
Think so, yeah. Maybe. Because they need to sign a few players because they're basically out of players. Even the
Players who are leaving them, they're getting peanuts.
yeah, even Robinho is leaving apparently. Santos want to sign him again. So
These Brazilian fuckers now come to Europe on chutti, 1-2 seasons, and then they go back over there. Anyway, Arsenal play Manchester City on the 27th of July, which should be interesting to watch Arsenal get their ass whooped.
and they play.
What would be interesting would be whether Van Persie would be part of that squad. Actually, no, he won't, right? Because of the Euros anyways, irrespective of the transfer.
No, he won't.
Right. Anyway.
And Arsenal play
Cologne. Podolski's old team, which
I think
suggested.
is part of the deal of his transfer.
Correct.
They play a friendly with Arsenal.
Correct. Then of course we have Liverpool versus Roma being played in America.
Which again I feel is a part of Borini's deal.
Dude, Liverpool Roma actually not an interesting fixture. Why the fuck are we talking about?
Liverpool Roma.
Because Liverpool are a big team.
Moving on.
Liverpool play Tottenham Hotspurs. Of course, a very good team faces Liverpool here. I can't help it.
Yeah, I can't help it. Okay.
Because in this game, they will want to set up their title credentials, Tottenham Hotspurs.
Yeah, they will. Okay, moving on. United play Barcelona, which let's not talk about it. Barcelona.
But last time
we won
cleverly. Fuck. Anyway, and then of course we have David Beckham facing Tottenham Hotspurs, along with few of his
along with his
few players.
No, along with
ex-Spurs player
Robbie Keane, whose childhood dream was to play for LA Galaxy. Yeah, and
fantastic, touching story. Dude.
I know, right? Very
touching. Other than that,
United play a pre-season in South Africa.
Pre-season, correct. South Africa,
and then
Norway,
they go to
Sweden, Germany,
even China.
Oh yeah, China before that. And Shinji Kagawa and Nick Powell will really see the penetration of United in these areas. And
I didn't even say a word. You started laughing on your own.
I saw your expression.
Okay,
anyway.
So that is us talking about pre-season. I think you're bored already, so let's talk about transfers.
No, dude. Transfers last. Let's talk about how fucking Team GB minus David Beckham got their asses whooped by Mexico's under 23 team. Why am I talking like a wrestler?
So
Team GB lost in a game which was played in three thirds, if that makes sense. 30 minutes portions. Yeah, starters, main course and desserts. And Ryan Giggs, Craig Bellamy and Micah Richards all featured. Tom Cleverley apparently played.
And they still lost?
They still lost to Mexico's under 20.
Wow. This is what proves, and on the other side, David Beckham
is killing it, bitches.
Ran the show.
Cheer.
In LA Galaxy's victory. He scored
against Portland Timbers.
2 spectacular goals.
Fantastic.
One was, his,
trademark, fucking casual time pass free kick.
Yeah, just put-tom goal. Second one.
Tell him, boy.
He curled it from 30 yards right into the top corner.
Cheer.
Like a brilliant strike. So
for anyone who generally follows football, it might not be like wow, but then for us United fans to watch him do this,
it's not about United fans. It just proves that he still has it. I have no idea why he is not in the side. I mean, it's not like he can't offer, and he ran the show. It's not like he did just 2 goals. The entire game, his passing, his I saw only David Beckham highlights.
Yeah, bro, did you
He ran the show, like his passing, his through balls, his long balls. He's already famous for his long balls, but and
his golden balls
and his balls. So
you remember when Steve McLaren was hired to be England boss? In his first squad, he dropped Beckham, which I think is what Stuart Pearce is trying to do.
But it's okay. Anyways, now there's hardly
just trying to show that I'm the fucking man.
But there's only hardly this much,
But
Beckham,
for Beckham, it's important, dude.
It's his last probable tournament.
Yeah.
He's already 38.
That's what I'm saying.
37.
No, he's born in 75. 37.
37. He'll be 38.
He's born on 2nd May.
He'll be 30. She's 37, right?
He's the man. Yeah, 37. Anyway.